Tell me you guys think that this is like the best set ever. Isn't this awesome? Hope you guys like it. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin, and today we're listening to Yes with their song Machine Messiah off of their album Drama, which was released in 1980. You guys have been asking about this song for quite a long time. I figured since we just finished Fragile a little bit ago, why not settle down into a new album? Why not take a look at a little bit ahead? A lot of you guys have been mentioning Drama and asking me to listen to this album, so you know what, I'm going to listen to it. Apparently on this album, Jon Anderson and Rick Wakeman have left, vocals and keyboards respectively, and are replaced by Trevor Horn and Geoff Downes. So I'm curious to hear what they bring to the songs, what they bring to the album. We've heard a little bit of them before, but I want to hear what they do so soon after the departure of Jon and Rick. Also, by the way, huge shout out and thanks to my wife who designed the sets and changed everything in here. She had the idea for it and she executed it like amazingly. Like, this is so cool. I love this. I might do this for every season. I don't know, maybe. Regardless, I hope that you guys are having a beautiful day. You can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. Now let's do it. This is Machine Messiah by Yes.
Shows that summer has gone. Aging the doorways, resenting the pace of the dawn. All of them standing in line, all of them waiting for time. From time to bring healer, the Machine Messiah is born. Cables that carry the light to the cities we build. Threads that link diamonds of light to the satanic mills. To see it everywhere. That we feel it every day. And know that maybe we'll change. Open the chance. Finally, and then adolescence and alter our stance.
Messiah, the mindless search for a higher controller. Take me to the far and hold me. Show me the strength of your singular eye.
History dictating symptoms of ruling romance. Goes at the shores of the water upon which we dance. All of us standing in line, all of us waiting for time to feel it all the way. And to be there when they say offer the chance to finally unlearn our lessons and go to our stance.
Machine Messiah, take me into the fire. Hold me, Machine Messiah, and show me the strength of your singular eye.
I have a quick question for some of you. For you guys that were Yes fans and are Yes fans, but especially at the time that this album was released, you had been following their career listening to Yes from each album to each album. Now, when you heard that John Anderson and Rick Wakeman were not going to be on this album, were you worried? Did you fear for the future of Yes? Now, when on release day you bought this album, you put it on your record player and you let it spin, and the first track, Machine Messiah, came on. After the first minute 30 seconds, were your fears gone? Because I don't know about you, but this song has impressed me. This song was so unexpectedly heavy that did you guys like when you first listened to it? Because I'm as curious as to your reactions sometimes as you guys are to mine. Were you guys like surprised by how heavy this was? Like, did you think you put on the wrong record? It is so heavy, and I haven't heard Yes heavy like that. It kind of reminds me a little bit of how they were, for example, in The Gates of Delirium. They did heavy and chaotic on that song, but they kind of carried it in a different way. This is like strictly more towards like a metal edge. And I think it's really interesting because it shows you that they're progressing in their sound, they're trying new things, they're expanding, but after that opening heavy riff, which is just insane, they lighten it up again. And they kind of bring you back into the expected and comfortable waters that you've probably been treading alongside Yes for the past few years. So it's like the perfect mixture of progressing while still being who you are. Yes, they're changing and moving forward, but yes, they're still who they always have been. Yes. The way that they jump from those riffs into the softer sections are really cool, and I think it's an interesting dynamic. It keeps the song fresh, which, by the way, the song sounds really fresh to my ears. You know, as I've been kind of following Yes and going through their albums, this sounds like a really nice take. This sounds really cool. This is just like a 10 out of 10 magnitude earthquake. This is absolutely insanity. And then within future sections as well, the sound effects that are coming in, I believe that's going to be Downs on the keyboard who's doing that. And it sounds like the pitch is just being brought way down really fast. It's like, whoom. And it adds this kind of warped and distorted phase into the song, which is really cool. And also, Downs and Howe come up with some really nice solos throughout the whole song. They kind of riff off of each other really well. Squire, his bass is hard hitting. And I mean, like, there's some points where he's playing so rapidly on here, just adding to the momentum and the heaviness of this train that is not stopping for anyone. And Alan White is like a genie on the drums here. Now, I think, and this is a statement I'm gonna make, I think that Alan White sometimes gets overlooked in the drumming circle in Yes's career because, you know, maybe people feel that he kind of lives in the shadow of Bill Bruford, their previous drummer, who is just a master percussionist. I like Alan's drumming a lot because while I don't necessarily think he's as detailed as Bruford, he brings the power where the power is needed. For example, when I first listened to Going for the One, I mean, like, that song has some huge moments, as do their previous songs, but the way that he drums make those moments as big as they are. It's no different than in this song, which is so heavy, I feel that the music actually plays very well into his strength as a drummer, the way that he brings the power. And then out of all of that, they just break into this nice little acoustic guitar. Just the electric trailing off. And then we get some nice synth work. And then, of course, the vocals coming in by Trevor Horn, who actually has very similar tones to John Anderson, but at the same time, he does have a distinct kind of tonality in his voice as well. And living up to the album title's name, this song has so much drama in all of its activity. I think that Howe is having a really good time on this. I mean, really the whole band sounds fresh, and perhaps that... Oh, my voice just cracked. And perhaps that is because there's 2 new members, so it's basically like having new blood in the band. But, I mean, they feel revitalized. I mean, Howe is just playing his socks off. He is rocking everyone's socks off, if you will. And then Downs gets some moments in here, too. Like, to show you, like, yes, I'm the new keyboardist, and yes, I'm gonna keep up, and yes, I'm going to create and jam out with the rest of them just as much as anyone else. I like this part here as well, with the vocals kind of overlapping each other. Something that we've heard before with Yes, but I've always liked that. I love the way that those keys and the synths come up. And then how it comes up with the distortion in the guitar. And then we get another solo from Downs, leading into a solo by Howe, leading into a huge mountain slide of a moment. And you guys know what I'm going to say. You guys already know. Here it comes. Let me get to it. I need you guys to listen to this, okay? The music, the landscape is collapsing, the mountain is falling down, and the earth begins to shake. We don't have earthquakes in Florida, but I think I'm feeling a tremor. And the coolest thing, besides just how eruptive that part of the song is those sound effects that are being pitched down. it really, once again, gives you the idea of like mountains collapsing, music collapsing, things coming down. That is just so cool. Out of all of that heaviness, like they've done before and like I mentioned, they build it all up, break it down, come back in with the soft, lovely guitar. And this part right here, with Trevor's vocals, I find so intimate, so personal, a little bit dark, a little sad, a little isolated and lonely, but not without hope. The way that he sings in this moment almost sounds like he's reciting a chant or mantra to himself. It sounds like he's reaching out for hope. I like that. But listen, all of these transitions are phenomenal in this song. Let me add this song really quickly to my my prog playlist because I think that is well deserving to be on my playlist. That is really fantastic. Big breakdown back, but now it sounds just a little more like victorious. Oh my gosh, that guitar and the synth work. That is impressive. If you were worried about where Yes was going to go from here on with the 2 new band members and 2 founding band members gone, I think that this song would probably alleviate those worries at least a little bit. And I like how they keep these same chords being played by Howe in the last part, but now this synth comes in. I mean, that is just... And the little bit of keys, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Changes everything around it just by adding a few more sounds. That is impressive. This was a really impressive song. I can see why there was so much talk about this one. Let's get into the lyrics. Run down a street where the glass shows that summer has gone. Age in the doorways, resenting the pace of the dawn. All of them standing in line, all of them waiting for time. From time, the great healer, the machine messiah is born. Cables that carry the life to the cities we build. Threads that link diamonds of light to the satanic mills. Ah, to see it in every way, that we feel it every day. And know that maybe we'll change. Offer the chance to finally unlearn our lessons and alter our stance. I kind of get technological ideas, not only by the song title, looking for your hope, your messiah in machines, in technology, that kind of thing, but perhaps trying to get away from that. It talks about cables that carry the life to the cities we build, electric cables, you see them, they literally connect us, they give us power, they give us life, and yes, we need it. I don't think they're talking necessarily about like electric and water and things that we need, but perhaps relying on technology and things to the point that it could hurt us in some way. Later on it talks about escaping to freedom and how we need to be there, or it says I need to be there. Waiting and watching, the tables are turning, I'm waiting and watching, I need to be there. History dictating symptoms of ruling romance, claws at the shores of the water upon which we dance. All of us standing in line, all of us waiting for time to feel it all the way and to be there when they say they know that maybe we'll change, offered the chance to finally unlearn our lessons and alter our stance. So unlearn our lessons, alter our stance, change our position, change our present, hopefully into a better future, learning from the mistakes of the past. So that's kind of the overall idea that I get lyrically, but regardless, like the music is just jam. That's playlist material, easily. That is no doubt about that. If you didn't like this song, I would also love to know why. Of course, you're more than welcome to join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. You can support the channel over on Patreon, but you don't have to. If you've watched this far and you've enjoyed my company, I've enjoyed your company, and I hope that you're having a great day. Don't forget our 13K subscriber goal for Topographic Oceans. We'll probably run through this one first, just in the meantime, but you know, I'm sure we'll get there soon. Have a fantastic day, guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.